Welcome back, everybody. Good morning once again. It's time to wake up and shake up with us here on this morning. Now, guess what? The St. Lucia Association of Retired Persons didn't want to be left behind when it came to the Junior Creole festivities. So yesterday, being the final day of the month, they had their own Junior Creole activity. And of course, it was yet another reminder to see why they are so active, so vibrant, and why you should be a member.
I am Alice Stephen, and I am the Public Relations Officer for the St. Lucia Association of Retired Persons, Inc., better known as SLAP. We are having our fourth quarterly meeting, and since we do not want to be left out in Creole Heritage Month, so we are concluding the last day of the month in more of a Creole atmosphere. People are dressed in Creole outfits. We have Creole meals, and even our opening prayer will be done in Creole, as much Creole as possible. And in the afternoon, we are going to be taught how to tie the madras, and we'll have a little Creole dancing, hopefully, yes. Well, right now we are doing the bylaws. We are now evaluating it, and there are certain changes that will come with that. And we hope by January we will have the correct bylaws so that we know exactly whether we are having associate membership, ordinary membership, and ordinary membership. We have 4 meetings a year, and including an annual general meeting in July. Meetings January, April, annual general meeting in July, and our last quarterly meeting in October. We usually meet in any one of the districts where we have membership. So this time is for Castries, the Northern District. The last time we were at, I think Derryshire, one of these places. So we try to decentralize the whole thing. We have been trying unsuccessful to have a medical for our members, which is very important because people at 70 are not insured. And I personally did a survey of most of the insurance companies. They're not catering for us. But with all the health business that the government is talking about, we wrote to the government to ask them that when they're having any discussions, issues on health, so that they include us. They have responded positively. So we hope to be in the decision making of any health matters for pensioners. Okay, that is one of the things. We try to socialize our members, like we want to keep active. In June, some of us did a tour of Tet Paul. Yes, we had some members as old as 80 plus who did the walk to Tet Paul. We have our Christmas lunch coming up in December every year. We also have, in the month of May, we do a civic duty. We have a lot of teachers and principals in our midst. So we go out to the schools, reading month. We go and we read in the various schools. We do an annual retreat because we are all Christians. So in the month of February or March, during the Lenten season, we do have a retreat. And in August, we decide that we need to have a day for ourselves, and we call it a Members' Day. Over the past years, we have been going to Rex Papillon, where we get a day pass at a reduced rate, and we just go and enjoy the day. This is what we call Members' Day. We do educational activities with our members. We hold seminars. We hold workshops for them in various matters. Just in the month of July, we had gardening, backyard gardening. We had some representative from the Ministry of Agriculture who conducted 2 sessions of backyard gardening, and it went on very well. Members were very keen, and they have been able to improvise at the backyard with tires, and we got a good tip. So these are the sort of things we are doing for our members. But as every organization, it's same few having to work and to do everything. So, but we are trying there because we enjoy it, and this is what it is. We are encouraging many other persons in the age range 50 plus to come in and join us.
These people definitely are full of spunk and plenty vibes. So if you fall within the age range, don't sleep on you. Get up, get moving, and make sure you be part of an association that is for you, representing what you are about. And of course, they have too much action. I feel like they do more than I even do. So I need to get up to the time as well. So good morning to all our friends who are part of the association. And don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back. Hey everybody, wake up and good morning. And you know what? Today we have health on our mind, and all roads led us to Sandals Grand here in St. Lucia, obviously. And I'm very pleased because we have Mr. Anderson here with us, the general manager. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Good to be here.
Great, and I'm very excited. We also have Claudius here. Claudius, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, ma'am.
Good. Now, when I say we're talking about health, it's because there's a health fair taking place here today, and I think this is a very good initiative. We have the Ministry of Health on board, but first of all, we have the main man who can tell us about everything. So, speak to us about what's happening here today, Mr. Anderson.
Well, as you quite rightly said, what you're seeing today is the Sandals annual health fair. What is happening at this resort is happening across the group. It's a similar thing happening at our other properties. In recognition of Cancer Awareness Month, and more importantly, in understanding the importance of a balanced lifestyle, health and wellness, we have put on this initiative. I really want to take the time out to thank the Ministry of Health that has come on board, and of course the press that has always been in support of us. A healthy workplace translates into a more productive workplace. A healthy workplace translates into a healthy society, a more productive society. And more you're seeing lifestyle illness, whether it be hypertension, whether it be diabetes, cancer. And so we've embarked very, very strong on creating a better work-life balance. We're doing it with the time that we give our employees, the 5-day work week. We're doing it with the menu that we provide to our team members. We're doing it with our rejuvenation center, with the spa that we're putting in, and really just creating an environment that they can be less stressful, an environment that they can exercise, and very importantly, providing an environment like this one today where they can do the necessary testing, because we all know how important it is to do early detection. And I want to especially say to the men, because we have a way of not liking to go to the doctor.
Very true.
And I want to kind of drive that message home today, that the doctors are our friends, and we need to do that, because too often we wait until it's too late. And so this is really what this is all about today, is bringing the health services. And again, I want to just emphasize and to really truly extend appreciation to them who have volunteered and willing to come to do this for us and to do it across the Sandals group. And so that's what we're doing today.
Great. Well, you know what? Hats off to you guys on putting this on. Again, stressing on the fact that it's also annual. It means you all recognize the importance that this is something that needs a continuity. So I'm so happy. But right now we're going to stop to chat with Claudius, because we do have a team member on hand. So we will get his perspective. I mean, you've been all over. You've shown us what's been happening here. How do you feel about this initiative right now?
I think it's a good thing because, like Mr. Anderson has said, like men, they don't go to the doctor. So this is an opportunity for men to come and, like, we would drag them right here to do the different tests and everything.
Great. Now, even with this, tell us about some of the persons who are present here today, because I know there's quite a lot happening.
We have the St. Lucia Eye Center right here. Also, we have the Breast Cancer Associate right here. Also, we have the health service as well for the different diet and everything here with us.
Okay, super. Now, you being part of the team here, and also kind of steering us along with what's happening, why is it important that other workplaces, other environments follow suit like you all are doing here at Sandals and give these healthcare options to their employees as well?
It is a good thing because you can know, because some people don't like to go to the doctor first of all. So I think it would be a good idea for other business to do it. So you can know, if a staff is ill, because some of the illnesses are not visible. So I think it's a good thing. Yeah.
Perfect. Well, St. Lucia, what we have to say right now, as we are wrapping up Breast Cancer Awareness Month, of course, we're closing it off with the annual Sandals Health Fair, and I think I'll let Mr. Anderson have the final word. What is it that you'd like St. Lucia to know, and maybe other employers to know as well, to follow suit?
Well, I think more and more, you're seeing it, and I could name a number of organizations that I've seen throughout Breast Cancer Awareness Month have jumped on board. The different walks, the different educational things. But what I would want to say and to drive the message home to St. Lucians in general is that I don't think we should only do it and create this awareness in October. I think we need to make it a culture across St. Lucia to really truly understand and to encourage people to have a healthier lifestyle, both in their diet, in their exercise, in their rest. And my message to my counterpart, my colleagues in the business community, is that let us create across the business sector a really balanced lifestyle, and to ensure that our team members are happy, create a stress-free environment, and we're going to have a much more productive and a happy environment. So that's what will be my message.
You know what? I think that's the best way to close off for today. And remember, health is wealth. So that's your food for thought on this morning. Hey everybody, good morning and welcome to This Morning. I am happy here because you know when good deeds happen, we should know, and of course maybe it might help us foster that attitude of being volunteers and givers. And I have Alex Holder here, who is going to be our representative for the Sandals Foundation. How are you today, Alex?
I'm pretty good, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning again to all our viewers. So Sandals Foundation did something really special recently, and this was with the Salvation Army. And I know everybody is familiar with the Salvation Army and what they do, but that doesn't mean that they don't need help as well. And I think there's been a long-standing relationship with Santos Foundation and the Salvation Army. So let's first start off with speaking about what exactly you all did for them.
Well, our partnership, as you said, with the Salvation Army goes back many years, for as long as we've been on the island, which is at least 25 years. But this particular initiative that we assisted with focuses especially on education. Early in the year, then Captain Derek Mitchell of the Salvation Army met with our director of the Santos Foundation, and he expressed an interest in developing to the highest standard their basic school. Now, being really focused on education and growth and youth development and things like those, we decided to not just bring our Vibes on the Island benefit concert to St. Lucia, but also to include the Salvation Army as one of our main benefactors. So what we did after that concert, I think we raised just about $25,000 just for the Salvation Army. All of that was transferred to them, and 6 months later, they have been able to produce or deliver a wonderful product to the children. And the great thing about that particular school, the Salvation Army Basic School, is that it's in the heart of the city, and it services children that come from the inner city communities. Great fun fact to mention, after we've done with the renovation, the Salvation Army's basic school became, I think, one of 4 or 5 basic schools on the entire island that are up to full compliance with the standards set out by the Ministry of Education to qualify as a basic school. So while we have many schools around the island in various communities doing exactly the same thing, only this one and the 3 or 4 others are able to say that they are fully compliant with every single requirement to be a basic school. And we are very proud of being able to help them to get to that point.
You know, that is definitely amazing because recently, and if you all remember, maybe it was last year, we made a visit to the Salvation Army. It may have been getting closer to Christmas. And that's when I discovered things that I didn't know. I knew them as, helping persons on the streets and, clothing and shelter. I had no idea that there were schools, daycares, the chapels, that all of this was happening under this unit. So to hear like the massive upgrading and what has been done, and even the compliance standard, this is now putting in the hands of children who would not have that opportunity before, an experience to a good start, a good foundation with their education as well, and their early childhood development.
Yes.
So, with you all at Sandals Foundation, I think maybe some of our viewers might be wondering, what exactly is the aim of the foundation?
Well, it's the foundation is the philanthropic arm of Sandals Resorts International. I think it was just about 9 or 10 years ago that our Deputy Chairman, Adam Stewart, decided to take the work of his father, Gordon Butch Stewart, and formalize it, put it under a standard umbrella because Sandals has always been assisting in the community. Sandals has always been working in the environment and in education, whether internally or externally. So with the Santos Foundation now, we have this fixed umbrella where everything falls underneath. And every year, well, annually, we try and execute a balanced amount of projects under each pillar. So in the communities, we're always out there doing stuff for the environment, and even going as far as making sure that our resorts are EarthGuard certified and up to the levels of environmental health and safety that it needs to be. I think Sandals is one of the only companies that I know that has a dedicated environment, health and safety office with a person dealing with just that. That is his or her only job, dealing with that. And in education, of course, we have our reading road trips, which happens every Thursday at various schools around the island. We have our Pack for Purpose partnership. We have our annual Christmas toy drive with Toys R Us and a few other major companies that donate to us so that we can give these out in the community. I think it's at least 1,000 or 1,500 toys every year that we're able to do with that. So all of this speaks to the dedication of the company in not just being in an island or in a community, but making sure that while we're here, we are making an impact in the lives of the individuals who live here.
Now, on return, after these enhancements and upgradings were done, how did you personally feel? Just, seeing the kids now in this environment and just seeing these things come to life.
Well, I did a walkthrough initially, which was, I think it was January or February. And I think there were some huge potholes in the roof. Kind of a strange place for potholes to be. But as it rains, the kids would be affected. Their classroom programs would be affected. Where they were storing their dry goods in the event that they need, supplies for either the kids or someone walking in from the outside. That was just a shallow room. So going back and seeing that room shelved and painted and having the necessary equipment to keep dry goods dry, and a perfectly good ceiling, a sick bay, a computer lab, and children playing unhindered. While children playing over here, babies are over there, and the teachers are moving around and there, and this pretty decent environment was satisfying, to say the least. And when I was able to take pictures of the progress and share it with the team in Jamaica at the foundation's head office, everybody was like, this is why we do what we do. This is why we toiled, day and night to pull off this Vibes on the Island concert, and this is the result of it. And so tomorrow we're ready to go at it again, find the next project, and just do it all over again. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you very much for taking the time to chat with us and enlighten us on the initiative. And I'm hoping that was going to motivate any of our viewers as well, whether you're an individual, an organization, whatever it is. There's no specific time to be a giver and to be there to look out for one another. So Santos Foundation has taken a leap and they've done something really great, and let's just keep that going on. One good deed deserves another, and we can also do our part. So we'll be looking out to hear what's next from the foundation. Thank you.
Yes, lots coming.
So this wraps up the start of our morning here for Thursday to send you out. Guess what? It's only one more day till the weekend. So let us own today and make the most of it. Hopefully you're feeling really good energies. I hope anybody who's feeling under the weather, that we can pick up your spirits. So today, go out and just smile. No matter what you're going through, just smile. And I'm sending greetings as well to everybody who needs it. We're sending you plenty love from our family here at DBS, and we're looking forward to free up and unwind a little bit with you. So tomorrow, make sure you keep it locked. We'll see you then.